but still learning to fly. But I ain't got wings. Coming down is the hardest thing. Good old days may not return. The rocks might melt, the sea may burn. Learning to fly, learning to fly. But I ain't got wings, learning to fly. Coming down, learning to fly is the hardest thing. Some say life will beat you down, break your heart, steal your crown. So I started out, God knows where, but I guess I'll know when I get there. Learning to fly, learning to fly around the clouds, learning to fly. What goes up, learning to fly, must come down. Learning to fly, learning to fly. Ain't got wings, learning to fly. Coming down, learning to fly is the hardest thing. Learning to fly, learning to fly, learning to fly around the clouds, learning to fly. What comes up, learning to fly must come down. Learning to fly, 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 learning to learning to fly.
What brought you along today?
I've been through depression and I've always had motorbikes, so thought it was a good thing to do. Come along and join in.
You know, we talked up on the stage there about how difficult it is for people to stand up and say,
Oh yeah,
this is, but you just let it out there. Is that
I couldn't
something
admit it.
you've come to terms with?
I've come to I was on pills for about 3 years and it just helped me, no end. Yeah, I'd even picked out my own tree and everything. I was going to do myself in and got to a real bad stage, and the wife said, if you don't do something about it, she's off. So that was a good
Kick up the bum.
Kick up the bum. So I went and seen my doctor, got some pills, and I suppose I was on them for 2.5 years. I got lung disease, you see, and I took it pretty badly.
Was it what we talked about up on the stage about just guys especially just not wanting to talk about it when you get it? Was that the same for you?
I wouldn't talk about it at all. But I knew something was wrong because I'd lose my temper and smash things and abuse people, and it's not in my nature to do that normally. But, I got lung disease and I was taking it pretty badly. Couldn't work, couldn't do things. So that's what it's all about. So.
And how are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm over it. Over 90% of it. I don't think you get over it fully. There's times where you could explode or get a bit furious about things, but you just learn to suck it in and put up with it.
being through what you've been through, it must be great to see this kind of support for a ride like this.
You probably don't know, there's probably 5 or 6 guys here who got depression. They don't even know it. You know, they don't even know they've got depression. They're just bad-tempered and irritable, and unless you've got somebody that can pick it up. I was lucky my wife picked it up, you know.
What's brought you all along on the ride today?
Depression.
Is it something you've suffered with, or you know people that have, as we were talking about?
Both. So, yeah. No, just thought it was a really good cause, so...
The second person I've met today who's just come out and said, yeah, I suffered with it.
It's common. It's common, but it's hidden.
How long did it take you to get to that stage where you can say to me, a stranger, yep, I've suffered with depression? Was that a big step for you?
Yes, but it's. I think nowadays you do see it more often, and I think it's actually becoming the norm, which is in one way a pity, you know, that it is so common that it's becoming normal.
How big a step is it for you to be able to just stand and talk about it calmly and rationally now?
I'm amongst friends, you know, so and they don't know, so they do now. But
I think it's harder for a man to actually admit he's had depression. I don't know. It's not a manly sort of thing.
It isn't.
They keep quiet about it.
And this is what these awareness days are all about, because the first step to beating it, for every single person that's beaten it, is to talk about it. But yet we still have that culture, don't we? So, you know, do you think it's getting out there? I mean, you will have seen this directly as well, working with ambulances. You know, there's all sorts of causes. We're here today saying, come on, be aware of this, talk about it. Is it working?
I think it's working, and the pure fact that you can't look at anyone here and say they suffer from depression, they do, they don't. It's something that's hidden, and the more awareness there is about it, the more people will accept it and understand it, hopefully.
State Minister for Mental Health, Dr. Graham Jacobs, also got on his bike for the day.
We often do very well with acute mental illness. When you fall ill with a mental illness, acute treatment, we often do well. It's what actually happens after that, how people are supported in the community, and in fact how they're prevented in falling ill again, and how they have, for instance, simple things like, and a lot of these issues actually, Glenn, fall outside the true issue of health. It's about, do they have a roof over their head? Do they have 3 meals a day? Do they have transport to go to their doctor's appointments? How they engage centre care, how they engage employment agencies to get a part-time job. It's all those issues that I think that's where we need to do better, and that's where this government is focusing.
Steve Andrews, organiser of the Black Dog Ride. You've just got off the bike here in Busselton. There are people and bikes absolutely everywhere. How are you feeling right now?
Almost speechless, Glenn. I'm overwhelmed by just the way it's come together, the support we've got from the biking community, from up as far as Perth and beyond, all through the southwest. I don't know, I think we've got over 250 bikes. And
that's what we're hearing about, 315 people and over 250. You thought maybe 100 bikes, I mean,
well, we didn't
exceeded
know.
all expectations.
It has, Glenn, and the town's turned out here in Busselton, and we've got a pretty good day for it, I must admit, which helped, but no, it's awesome.
I've been wandering around talking to people about why they're here. When people are talking to you about why they've come on the ride, what are the most common things they're saying to you?
A lot of people say that they've either had depression themselves, or they've had a family member or a friend, so they identify with what we're doing. And I think that's the thing that comes across, that they just want to get in and support it, because at the end of the day we're hopefully saving people's lives.
blackdogride.com.au is the website. There'll be more details on a ride you're going to do to Alice Springs later in the year. But this is going to be an annual event here in the southwest?
We've decided we'd probably decided before today that we were going to make it annual, but today it's just been such a success that we're definitely going to make it an annual event. So you can mark it on the calendar now. It's going to be Sunday, the 17th of April.
I'll get out like a postie bike next time and make more of an effort instead of being in the car.
I think we're going to have to get you on a bike somehow, Glenn. Yeah.
Mate, many congratulations. We'll see you here next year.